This story or this anecdote está cabrona. Um, it takes place about a good 10 plus years. Okay, I want to say 20, 21, give or take. So the situation here, um, is just a story that happened to me. I'm not gonna say any names for the most part, because it is a pretty serious story. So about 10, 12 years ago, I want to say, um, it was me and then this homeboy that some short guy, chaparrito. Um, he was me and him. We went to go play basketball right there at Thomas Manor. Back in the day, when I was younger, from like 8, 7, 16, 16 to 20 something, everybody would get there and we would all be chilling and play basketball. Toda la gente, pues, people would go and ball out, other guys would go smoke, other guys would go drink right there, whatever. It was just, it was where all the homies used to kick it, right? So this day, I think it was like on a Sunday. Usually on Sundays, it would it all depended. You know what I mean? It wouldn't get that packed, right? So me and this guy were like, bro, let's play some basketball. So I was like, no, Simon, let's go get let's go get the basketball. Boom, get the basketball. We get there to the basketball courts, and we start playing basketball. Oh, boom, start getting the ball. Nah, just chilling, ¿verdad? Boom, boom, no la echabas y la chingada. Y luego mi otro compa pues estaba bien maletota y no, pues que pum, presta, pum, pum, ahí le hacíamos al Mickey. Pum, nada. Entonces, we were playing basketball. Entonces, let's say it's me, the homies over here, and the court is right here, right in front of us, right? So we're shooting, boom. And then to my right is, how can I explain Thomas better? So it's the courts, right? The basketball courts, like this. This right here is one court. On my side is another court. Okay, behind is another court. On this side, on the right side, era un park. Itchy Park is, well, pues todavía está ahí, ¿verdad? Itchy Park, but they're renewing it. They're remodeling all that shit. Y todo este lado, there was a couple of benches. Y luego todo para allá era una open field. Y luego para acá, to my left, was the Columbia Apartments, back where I used to live. I lived there for like all my life, basically, for the majority of my life. So ahí estábamos, pum, pum, pum. On this side había un ditch. Estaba let's say this is the park. Y luego está right next to it, on my right side, right behind me, está la Thomas Manor. Entonces, está la Thomas Manor, tal park, you know, there's a ditch in between them two. There's always been a ditch there. I don't know why. They never closed it down. They never blocked it. Entonces todos pasaban por ahí. Always. You know, antes pasaba ahí como las 2, 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning, and it was scary. Like you were walking there, boom, se sentía bien gacho, boom, hacía correr machine. Pero that's for a different story too. Entonces in this ditch, we're playing basketball, boom, boom, and then I see somebody, and I'm like, cabrón. Y pues era un vato, más o menos, like this tall, más o menos, así, like to my eyes, así, not too tall, pelón, pelonzota así. Y luego Cholo, he had I don't remember what he had. exactly as a shirt, pero he had a big shirt. He had a baggy shirt. Y luego unos pantalones así, baggy. Entonces I see him, and he's walking from the ditch towards the cords. I seen him, but when he looked this way, he was saying some shit. Fuck that puto, and this and that. And I'm like, cabrón, este vato, ¿qué va? And me, in that hood, pues yo sé que si había gente que se aloqueaba, o sea, people would smoke, people would drink, or whatever the situation was, there was drugs around that neighborhood. Entonces, I'm like, este pinche loco, ¿qué rollo? I had never seen the guy. Entonces, le digo a mi compa, ¿qué este güey? ¿Qué rollo, verdad? So I grab the boy. Boom, I shoot it. Boom, I make it this time. Y luego me dice mi compa, me dice, es un vato. He's been around my block and shit. But this other homie, he lived on the other side of the ditch. You know how it was the school, the ditch, the school, the ditch, and then the park this way. So he would go through the ditch and then go back home. And he's like, yeah, he's on my block. He's like, you don't know him? And I was like, nah, no lo conozco al güey. Órale, nah, está loquillo el güey, pero está chida. No, pues arre, pues. Y ese güey, he's literally stumbling, like, like that, like, como que se andaba pedo, pero un poquito más, you know what I mean? Like, it was just too much just to be alcohol. Entonces, he starts walking, and I'm telling you, we're playing basketball. I see just shooting, we're warming up. Boom, and I make it. He gives it to me, my homie. After I ask him, hey, pues, ¿qué rollo? No, pues, quién sabe. He gives me the ball. Boom, I miss. Y luego he grabs the ball, and he shoots and makes it or whatever. Y luego veo a ese vato, and he's stumbling. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck that puto. And I'm like, cabrón, he's yelling it. Entonces, this was around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Y ya nomás éramos yo, mi compa, ese güey que se metió por el ditch, and he was at the benches right next to the courts. Habían unas benches. So let's say this is the court right here. We're playing on this court. Right next to it, right in front of the ditch, está este vato. And there's the benches right there. And he's right there. He goes and sits down and puts his head down. Puts his head down, and he's just mumbling. You know, pues, when you see that, you get, pues yo me puse al tiro. I mean, you always have to be aware of your surroundings and what's going on. El vato, he sits down. I just hear him mumbling. Entonces, pues salió. Boom, we started playing. And we're still warming up. Pero pues it's us two, we weren't trying to play. You know, we were just shooting. And me, I was like, I gotta watch this vato because something's going on. Entonces, this vato, he gets up and he's barely like he can't even walk right. Like, have you ever seen like a person so drunk that they're like this and they could lean, like completely lean and then still walk? That's how fucked up he was. I don't know if you guys have seen that shit when people, they're all fucked up and then they lean. Y luego, el güey, fuck you, USA, la chingada. And I thought he was talking shit to us. In my mind, I was like, yeah, we're just gonna leave this fool and vamos a ir. You know what I mean? Fuck this vato. And I see him get up and he's like that. And he starts walking. Entonces the courts are right here. The benches are right here. ¿Verdad? Aquí están las benches. Right in front of him, right in front of the fucking benches, hay árboles, there's trees. And he goes and he walks like this. Right? Let's say the tree, he's trying to get to the tree. And he's walking like that all fucked up. He can't even walk. And then he hugs the tree. And I'm like, cabrón, este güey anda bien mal. Entonces, I'm watching him, and he's like, I'm him, right? And he's hugging the fucking tree. And then he's mumbling, I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying because he was pretty far. Let's say the distance in feet or in yards, let's say 15 yards, 20 yards to the tree. From the court to the tree. Entonces he's right there. And then yeah, he puts his hands on this side of the tree like this. And he's like, oh, fuck you, la chingada. And I'm like, ah. Le digo a mi compa, le digo, ¿qué pedo con este vato? He said, no, I've never seen him like that. And we both stopped playing basketball. Le digo, hay que tirarle paro, qué rollo. And he's like, nah, güey. He says, es que este güey no está bien, está loco el güey, la chingada. Le digo, pues he's all fucked up, ese. And my boy's like, we'll see, we'll just keep an eye on him, a ver qué rollo. Como que my homie was like, fuck that dude, because he looked fucked up, you know what I mean? Entonces, within a minute of us watching him, he falls from the tree. He's on the tree, and then he tries to make his way back towards the bench, and he stumbles. Boom! Se cayó bien culero. And then I'm like, God, like face first. Y luego, well, not face first, but chest first. So yo el pinche costalote, boom, ¿verdad? Entonces, there. I adjusted it a little bit more so you guys could catch my visual. Entonces, he's stumbling. Boom, he stumbles. Boom, he fucking falls completely. Like he landed like he flew into the floor. You know what I mean? Like, como que se cayó así. Wow. And then he gets back up and he's struggling. And then he gets back on the tree. Say the tree's right here out. And he's hugging the tree like this, and then we're just watching him. No, this fucking. Entonces, I seen him when the second time he gets on the tree, like this. He starts doing this, así como que paniqueado. Ah, cabrón. And he's like that, así, neta. Entonces, a lady comes into the picture. Entonces, let's say this is the court. He's at the tree. The benches are right behind him. Yeah? The tree, the benches are right behind him. On the field, acá on this town park, yeah, there's people that would go and do laps there. And entonces, the lady comes in. She's already in her 60s, late 65, something like that. Small woman, Hispana, a lot of gray hair, and she sees him. And she's like, are you okay? And he's just like that. And he let's say she's right here, he's right here, and we're over here in the back. Yeah? And she tells him, are you okay? Because she sees them all. This thing. He's just like with the tree. That's por decir que he's on the tree. And he's like, you know, he sees her to his right? And he's like, ah, like that. That's all he said. Ah. Y luego the lady looks at us. She looks at me, man. And she's like, you guys know him? And I was like, no. And then my homeboy's like, no. And he says that he doesn't fucking know him either. Entonces, I was like, ¿qué rollo, bro, con este vato? And he's like, no, güey. Dice, pues lo conozco. Me dice, pero pues, I don't know him like that. You know what I mean? Like, le digo, pues let's try to help him, no? He's like, fuck, bro. Le digo, bueno, pues a ver qué rollo. Le digo, guacha, se está escondiendo de algo. Entonces sí, I tell my homeboy, man, se está escondiendo de algo. Y ese güey, the guy, he's still grabbing to the tree. And he's like this. And then all of a sudden, pues I look, man. Entonces, he's at the tree. To my left, to the left side of the court, is 9th Street. On 9th, pichi carretera corre long road. But pues people are always on it, right? Entonces on this side, the street, entonces está court. This is 9th. On 9th, I look to my left, and everything in slow motion. Cabrón, pues qué rollo. Because I was getting worried for him. The lady is like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, but we don't know him. She keeps walking. But she has her cell phone. She had her cell phone in her hand or her phone, right? Entonces, on the street, Está pasando un shota. Cop. Fucking slow. And it's broad daylight. It's 6 in the afternoon. The sun, it's still up. You know what I mean? It's still there. The fucking cop car starts rolling by slowly. Slowly. Y este güey, así nomás en lo que vio el pinche shota, say I'm him. Nomás miro el shota y ¡pum! Se escondió el güey. And then he's behind the tree. Pero pues, if you're behind a tree, pues todavía te miras. Y te digo que, I guess he just, like I'm gonna hide right here, right? Entonces, I see the cop car. And I was like, este güey. I was like, he's hiding from something. He's hiding from something. From the shota. Entonces le dije a mi compa, guacha, güey, este güey se está escondiendo en el shota. Y luego he's like, no, güey, pues ya es su pedo. Dice, no sé what should we do, ¿verdad? Me dice mi compa. Le digo, no, güey, pues. Le dije, pues nomás ponte trucha, let's keep an eye on him. The lady keeps walking. Entonces se pasa el shota, boom. That night street goes for I'm assuming a good half a mile. It keeps going. The cop leaves out of sight, and we keep playing basketball. Este way, he's holding onto the tree, and then he's like this, like literally, like he can't even hold himself up. And then he tries to go for the bench, and the bench is behind him, right? Let's say he's at the tree. Let's say I'm at the tree right here, and he turns around like this towards the bench, and he just falls. Boom! He falls again, like on his front, like that. Boom! Se cae uncontrollably. He couldn't control himself at all. And yo vi esa acción. I tell my homeboy, hey, let's fucking go help him, bro. And he's like, arre pues. So we start walking towards, let's say these are the courts again. I'm facing the courts. To this side, there was an entry, una entrada, aquí, en las courts. That entry leads to Thomas Manor, the school. Esa es la única entrada de ese lado. To that, because the courts are fenced in. Like a good 12 footer. Like 15 feet of fence. So that's the only entrance. So we start heading that way slowly. Entonces I tell that vato, hey bro, you okay? From the entry, it's got like some rails, man. Entonces we get to the rails, and I'm facing him, and he's on the floor. And he's like, no, mumbling. No. And I was like, cabrón. I was like, hey, bro, tiramos un paro. And he's not there. You know what I mean? So we start tripping out. Within the next things that I'm telling you guys happens within a minute. Okay? So I'm telling you this because the shit's about to crumble down. Entonces, we're about 20 feet away from the vato. We're gonna try to help him. And then the lady had already given a full turn. ¿Sí me entienden? And this guy is trying to get up, like from the floor. We don't want to react to him because he might hit us, right? So I tell him, I was like, hey bro, I get closer, right? Another 2 feet. Hey bro, te aliviamos. You want us to help you? You know, he wasn't responding to us. He was just mumbling, and he's on the floor. I wish I could explain it. Like on all fours. Entonces, I'm like, no, pues let's help him. So I start walking, and then once I start walking, I look to my right. Let's say this is the rails, I come around like this towards the rails, and we start heading down towards the bench and towards the tree. He's on the floor on all fours. I look towards within talking to him. Within 20 seconds, I look to my right. And through the park, where there's no cars, right? If it's a park, there's not supposed to be no cars. I see the cop car. Creeping in here. I see slow motion. And I'm like, ah, cabron. Like, fuck. Cops are here. I'm thinking the cop had already seen him, right? And was gonna come, or the lady had called the cop. Called the cops, and he came. He starts creeping in, and he has his lights, his yellow lights, the side markers or whatever, on. But he doesn't have the sirens or nothing on. He creeps in. I'm like, no, pues, let him handle it, right? So me and the homie back up like a good 3 feet. And then the cop gets down. And something, life took a big change there. The cop gets down, and those were the options. He was gonna get down to help him, or he was gonna arrest him for public intoxication. That's as far as that goes, right? Entonces, I see the cop, and this cop, I knew his face, and I was like, ah, cabrón, that shit looks familiar. His face looks familiar. You know what I mean? Entonces, the cop says, hey, what does he fucking tell him? Hey, get up! This is what he said. And I was like, ah, cabrón. He's like, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? He tells him. What did I tell you? I told you I'd find you. That's what he said. And I was like, oh shit. ¿Qué está pasando? You know what I mean? Entonces, within this actions, we back up. The guy cannot move. He's trying to get up like this, but he can't move. So this guy's like, get up. And this guy, and I was like, hey, he can't get up. I'm telling the cop. And the cop, like, I see him, like, he just blew me off, like if I wasn't there. And then he's like, the fuck did I tell you? He's like, what did I tell you? I told him like that. And the fucking guy gets, the cholo sits, he's able to, he couldn't get up, and he sits down on his ass. And when he sits down on his ass, he looks at the cop, and he mumbles at him, like he's like, like, you know what I mean? And then the cop's like, all right. And this is where shit went sour. The cop gets him. Let me get more detailed about this. Entonces, let's say the guy's like this, right? The cholo, like this, right? And he's like, and he tries to get up, like this, and then boom, he slides, and then he's trying to get up, and then when he gets up, boom, he tips over again. And he's trying, and I could tell this man was fucked up. So, here's my thing here, right, guys? If you're a shota and you see this guy, he's all fucked up. Here, what are your options? Okay, and this is why I wanted to tell this story. He tells this guy, "The fuck did I tell you, right? Didn't I fucking tell you I'd find you?" Entonces, he tells him. But what are the cops' options here? Call for backup, one. Two, help the guy. Help the guy. Hey, get him up. From there, do a sobriety test or whatever the fuck you want to do. Or get him. Boom. Whatever. Throw him on the floor. And handcuff him. Right? There are three options. They all sound fucking fair, right? Well, this vato, this cop, gets this guy. And said when he tries to help him, he tries to get him up. And this guy, obviously, he's not responsive. He's gone. And we've acknowledged that. He's seen it for at least 30 seconds. And the cop, what he does, he's like, "Well, I fucking told you." Boom! Put your hands behind your back and that shit. This guy, he's like trying to get up. He doesn't understand what's going on. This guy, the cop, boom! Starts wailing on this man. Boom, boom, boom! A good 8, 9 times. Easy 8, 9 fucking times. Straight dome shots, straight head shots. Pobre pinche pelón traía unos vergazos. Instantly, he fucked him up. And after a certain fucking point, I told the cop, "Hey, at this fucking point, why don't you just tase his ass?" And he tells me, "You're right. You're right." Before I say that, I'm watching this man that is fucked up. He was trying to get up. That's what I'm trying to say. This man didn't let him. He tried helping him up, and he fucked him up. Telling him, "I fucking told you so." Right? I can't explain this next part. That's what I'm... Let's get to this next part. So, this is why I'm having such a hard time acknowledging this shit or talking about this, because the police officer had 3 options: to subdue the guy by himself, to try to help the guy, or to call for backup to help him, right? But he did it. That's where he fucked up. So the guy was all fucking drunk or whatever, right? And if you see this story, you knew you fucked up. I'm not gonna say no names, but that changed my perspective of who you are, and that changed my perspective about cops in general, because I saw you, or I saw this cop, right, that is supposed to be serving and protecting, beating on this guy that was basically, he was vulnerable, right? Now, this guy is an older guy, but I know him. I know him enough to say that I know him enough. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. From what I've seen, this cop, I can't even say it. You know what I mean? He was close to a brother to me, let's put it that way. And what I mean by that is not my bro, like, no. Like, Like there's certain places. Let's say I play basketball, right? Um, this man played in the same team as me, right? And we used to look up to him because he was the older cats, right? He was the older guys, so we looked up to him, and he was part of my community. Now, what he did was wrong, and he knows it. So he's wailing on this guy. Boom, boom. Chis vergazos feos, le está pegando. And the weird part is that I clearly remember this man had leather gloves on. The cop did. Entonces, when he tried to subdue the guy, the first time, the guy was just trying to get up. And this man just, como que ya había un pedo. ¿Sí me entienden? So this guy just, boom, boom, se lo empieza a chingar. How come he didn't call no backup? Cops always call backup first, before anything. Tiene que haber dos, tres shotas en chinga. That's facts. Empieza a marranear. Boom, boom, boom. And I could hear the leather just hitting this man's face. Boom, boom, boom. And Shisholo todo mareado. And he still couldn't knock him out. So that tells me something about that cop too. He ain't got the pinches huevotes that you think you have. Couldn't knock that man out, I'll tell you that much. And he ate all them fucking punches. He ate 8, 9 of them. Easily 8, 9 of them. So I fucking tell the cop, hey, just fucking tase him while you're at it. Might as well, I said. Cop's like, yeah, you're right. Brings out the taser. The cholo was like, nah, 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 after an ass whooping. After he fucked him up, nah, 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 nah. And he threw himself on the floor, spread his arms. I'm watching the lady, my homeboy's next to me. The cop is finally getting this guy down. Boom. This was within a minute and a half, 2 minutes of them fighting. Now, I will say this. The cholo shouldn't have been there. He was intoxicated. Sometimes you reap what you sow. And I have a firm belief that something happened prior to this situation. Because that cop was like, I fucking told you so. Didn't I fucking tell you? I remember those words clearly. Trust me. I know what the fuck this motherfucker said. So había un pedo antes. I don't know about it. What I know is what I saw. And I did see police brutality. I saw some shit. Entonces, my homeboy and me see this guy. Oh, yeah, puts him in cuffs. See Cholo, and I look at the Cholo's face. Like that. The Cholo looks at us like that. Full of dirt. Leaves, because the leaves were on the floor. Oh, todo madreadote. Todo, his whole face. Pinches putazos así. I felt bad for the guy. I was like, fuck. He didn't deserve that shit. Pero había otro pedo. I'm gonna keep it at that. To the cop, if he ever sees this video, you know who you are, carnal. You know you shouldn't have done that shit. And I never snitched on you, bro. I did it because I thought those were the street rules. You know what I mean? And I did it because I knew it was going to affect your life. If you would have pushed it a little bit more with him, I probably would have jumped in, carnal. I would have helped the cholo out. Porque te marraneaste, carnal. You shouldn't have. Days we left, me and the homie left. Boom. Days go by. And I'm like, este way. Es este vato, es este vato. I can't believe this homeboy did that shit to a guy from the valley, from the valle. My mind was like, yo, dude, what you saw was some bullshit. You should probably go report it. And I didn't do shit about it. I was like, fuck. I was stuck between two shits. I was stuck between, that's a carnal or a brother of mine because of shit. Although we weren't that tight, right? But I know you fucked up, but I should have said something too. You know what I mean? And then I was stuck between, nah, you know what? Fuck this fool. He did something wrong. But in my mind, I was like, it's a cop though. Who are they gonna believe? A cop or just some homeboy, some dude from fucking the hood? You know what I mean? I knew that too. But the message here is, if you guys ever see some foul shit, sometimes it's best to report it, even though it might jeopardize some relationships. It might be you might be looked at as a snitch or down upon by snitching on shit. But if it's the right thing, you have to do the right thing. You have to. I never heard of that guy anymore, the cholo. I did hear from that cop though. A couple of weeks later, I seen that same cop car uh, by the good times, and he was chilling or whatever. Y yo me quedaba como que, cabrón, este güey, he knows he fucked up. I mean, I would look and no me saludaba ni nada. The good thing is that guy's not working as a cop anymore. No sé por qué. I really don't know why. He's not working for the police department. Something tells me he wasn't the right individual for the job. You know what I mean? Pretty sure he wasn't. But I never snitched, but I should have. But I'm just glad that cop is not there no more. You know what I mean? Anecdote. I don't know what number it is, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys understood my story. My message here is, sometimes you just have to go with what's right. I should have done what's right, especially with shit that's going down right here in 2020. That cops are power tripping. Están malos. They think that because they have a fucking badge that they've done 20 hours of fucking piece of community college, they could fucking run the world and shit. Nah, bro. That's a power trip. That's a fucked up mind. Power trip is bad. Power tripping is not right. Do the right thing, guys. I hope you guys like this story. Peace.